Well, hello again. Back at it again. What I've been in the process of doing for the last day or so is putting this clear shrink window insulation film on, just to seal these windows up for temporarily till I can get the windows in, which will be 3 weeks or so, middle of January, before I see those. But this cling film is on the windows here now. I got the furnace running, if you want to call it a furnace, whatever it is. Put the fans down onto low, and I don't know, it's probably a good 70 degrees in here. It's actually a little bit on the warm side for working, but I don't have a thermostat on it, so it's down to about as far as I can turn it. Just got the window there in the on the passenger side there. I'm just gonna screw it temporarily into place, and then that will get rid of one of the big gaping holes yet. And then I got to do something with down around that door there. There's some pretty good size openings there. I'll have to just temporarily close up, and then you know, then I can keep it fairly warm in here to work. So that'll be nice. It's like I say, it's about 70 degrees in here, I would say, just guessing, but somewhere in that neighborhood anyways. So it's actually, like I say, a little bit warm for working, but I'll just have to see if I can figure out some way of turning it down a little bit more. You know, it's not very efficient. It comes on and off all the time because there's so many openings, and there's no insulation in it, so it has to be pretty much running all the time to keep it at temperature. It loses temperature pretty quick, but you know, at least a guy can run it and work in here and not freeze his butt off. Haven't been able to work in here at all for the last 2 winters, so it's nice to be able to actually be able to do something on it over the winter here. So I'm going to try and get back at this floor here as soon as I put that window back in. That'll be my next chore. I'll be putting the insulation in and running the wiring for into these slides. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I think I've got an idea how to do it. So anyways, that's it for now. I'll continue on a little later. Alright, so I got a little bit more done here on the to the 3/8 plywood and those first sections there, the duct through it on that one. I'm just going to get started on the second one tomorrow. It's almost 9 o'clock, so I've had enough for tonight. But what I did is I timed this furnace just to see how much it was running, and it runs 60% of the time at this point, which I thought it was running more than that, but that's actually not too bad. So I timed it, and it goes through a cycle every 12 minutes, and it runs for 8 of them. So it's about, you know, it runs 2/3 of the time, and it's down for 1/3, which is way too much. But I mean, considering that it's got no insulation or anything in it, it's not, I'm pretty happy with that. When you know, when it's all finished and insulated, and you know, it's all done, well, it needs to be running about 25% of the time. So it's got a ways to go. But I mean, you know, these walls, when you put your hand on them, they're cold. So I mean, obviously that's just going to wick the heat right out of it. And this film that I have on the windows, you know, it definitely helps. I mean, it's just a few thousandths of an inch thick, so it's not like there's any insulation in it or anything. So anyways, just a little update on it. I have to go down and get some wire for the for running wire in the slides here. I'll do that tomorrow morning, and then start installing that. I'll just get the wire run up into the into the wall there somewhere on each side, and yeah, and then I'll go and finish insulating and just keep working my way forward. Alright, well, hello again. Haven't really got a whole lot more to report. Haven't got a whole lot farther. I'm just kind of plugging away at getting this floor in here, working my way forward. It's a fairly slow process because of the slide out cables. I have to do a lot of trimming and fitting and whatnot, but I only have to go not much further, so hopefully in the next week or so I'll be able to finish that up. So there's a gap between this 3/4 inch plywood here, and that is to allow these cables to pass through here, and then the hardwood flooring will just bridge that gap when it goes on. So that's the plan with that. I've gotten as far forward as I can go until I got the power cable to run into these slides here. So that's the next job, is to cut that into these. So right down in this area here, I'll slide this in a little bit, and the power cable will have to go right about there, I guess, and then it's gonna have to go farther forward than that. I don't know, right in this area. Anyways, I'll figure out where it's gonna go exactly. Anyways, and then that'll go down inside that slide tube out, and I'll put a junction box in, like I said before, in the wall there somewhere, and run lights and probably a couple of USB charger ports and that kind of stuff in the slides, one on each side. So can't really go any farther with any of this stuff until that's in. So that's my next challenge. All right, well, it's another day. It's amazing how much time some of this stuff takes. So today I got the power cord right inside that channel on both ends. Well, you can see that. It's inside the inner channel. It'll just run in and out with the within that slide out. I had to extend the channel here just a little bit for it to have a place to go when the slide out's in. And at this point, I just push the end of the wire, like I ran like 4 feet of cable out the end of there on both sides, and then I just stuffed it back inside for now, so I can run the slide out in and out. Of course, hindsight's always 20/20, but if I had been thinking, I'd have drilled the hole in here and also up in there inside that tube when I was building these things, because it's going to be a challenge to get up in there with I'm drilling 3/4 inch holes in that, and getting up in there to do that is going to be a bit of a challenge now. But if I thought about it ahead of time, I could have done it before I welded it all up. But if anybody else is crazy enough to do this, keep that in mind. Figure out where all your power wires are going to go before you weld it all up, and drill the holes. I'll be able to get them, but it's going to be, it's more difficult. It's not undoable, but if I thought about it ahead of time, then I would have done it that way, but now I don't have any choice. So anyways, Another weekend all shot to hell. So this is like I say, this is slow going. I always say it, but I never actually do it. But I'm gonna try and get out here during the week and put the plywood down in there, the 3/8 plywood, and get that last furnace duct mounted. But we'll see how the week goes. I'm fighting this stinking cold or flu or whatever it is, so I don't want to overdo it either, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, that's it for now.